This is Benny Bear, and he's the bear for Shine. My name is Lana, and this is the day in the life of me.
I was 32 weeks pregnant, had gone through normal pregnancy, didn't know at all that we got any problems at all with Lana. Went into early labour, went to the hospital, stayed there for hours it seemed like. Eventually my waters broke and, well, didn't break, they just sort of trickled, and they kept me in. I gave birth to Lana. They whisked her away, and then a few hours later came back and said they'd found a problem with her back, which to me meant absolutely nothing. It was like, well, what do you mean? And the doctor got a piece of paper, drew a diagram on this piece of paper and went, she's got a little lump on her back. He says, we'll send you to Birmingham Children's Hospital, they'll operate and she'll be fine. And one of the doctors came to see me and he sort of said, oh, you know, she's very small. And I said, yeah, you know, went through everything. And he says, oh, you know, with all her problems and that, you do realise in 12 months' time she won't be doing anything. And I was like, what do you mean? And he says, oh, she'll never, you know, never crawl. She most certainly will never walk. You know, she'll probably end up at a special school. And he says, to be honest, she probably won't amount to anything. And I just went, right, really? I says, well, this is not being funny or anything. I says, but I'm not bothered about that. And he was like, what do you mean? I says, I want to know when I can get her out of here and get her home where she belongs. Nobody had sort of said to us, you do realise your daughter has spina bifida? You know, so we hadn't, you know, this hadn't come across because everybody just kept referring to it as a myelomyelitis. First thing my husband did was he went straight on the internet, put in spina bifida, and Shine comes up, as it was, well, as it was back then, and it come up and he read through it and he was like, whoa, okay, right. And it was a bit of a shock when you sort of read what, you know, what it entails sort of thing. So it was like, well, no, you sort of go, no, this can't be right, they've got it wrong. But as we sort of read through, and then we were just like, do you know what, if she's got it, we'll deal with it. And that's how we have spent the last 9 years. Sometimes take what doctors say with a pinch of salt, because if you start going, well, it's a write-off, you know, then the child will end up being nothing, because you're not going to bother. You need to go, no, this is our child, we're going to just, you know, treat them as normal as possible. And I think that's what we did with Lana, and I think that's why she is where she is today. Everybody was like, I can't believe she's, you know, just gets on with it. I said, that's her. You know, we've always been, just let her do what she wants to do. You know, I want her to make the decisions whether she wants to do it or not. I don't want to be, in years to come, for her to turn to me and go, well, you never let me do anything. Because she's so active, she's not going to be hiding behind her disability. Everybody doesn't see her as a child with a disability, they all see her as Lana. She'll go to school in a wheelchair, I park it up, it's like parking a car, we park a wheelchair up and she's off in the playground.
I think it's nice to be at school so you can learn new things.
Hello, I'm Gemma Potter and I'm the Inclusion Coordinator at St Christopher Primary. So I have responsibility for those children who have additional needs at school, which includes Lana. I see some of them on a one-to-one level. Overall, it's more coordinating the role and making sure that they are being provided for through the school day and with any extra provision. Lana's doing really well at school. She's a very determined young lady and she's very independent. That's something we've worked on as she's developed through the school. So as she's got older, we try to develop her independence. So there are some things she needs in addition to the provision that every child needs, but she's very independent and she's very capable and likes to do things for herself where possible, with as little support as possible. Yeah, I've known Lana right from the beginning in nursery, although more so as she's got further up the school, probably from year 2, year 3 and into year 4. She sometimes needs a little bit of extra support, some reinforcement of some of the concepts that they look at, but generally, you know, she's on a par with her peers and is treated like one of them by her friends in school. There's no difference between her and anybody else. She just gets on like every other child in this school does.
Stick her in school. She's a mainstream school. She just, you know, she just gets on with it. She tries to run around the playground with the best of them, and you know, the kids, they all know who she is in the school. You know, you can't walk past a child without them going, "Hi Lana, hi Lana, hi Lana," you know. And this is like from kids from year 6 right down, you know, to the younger ones.
I'd like to be a gymnast, but I also want to be a singer. I've got a favourite band, boy band.
Which you like best?
One Direction.
And do you have a favourite in One Direction?
Niall.
Like you say, any normal 9-year-old girl sings, dances around the house, listens to One Direction, and you know, just generally does 9-year-old girl things.
Harry.
Everyone likes
They
Harry.
all like Harry.
She is, to me, she is, as we call her, she is our little Supergirl, because she has proved everybody wrong. You know, they all said she wouldn't do this, she wouldn't do that, you know, and sometimes I feel like going back to the hospital and going, you know, that little girl, you said he wouldn't do anything, never amount to anything. Well, tell me different now. You know, that's how she sort of makes you feel, and, you know, I'm just, as a mom, I'm just really, really proud of all of what she's achieved. And I just look at Lana and think, like, you know what? We are very, very lucky to have Lana the way she is.
My name is Lana. I'm 9 years old.